Good morning, students. We had completed our properties of metals and non-metals, and now we are going to start with the ionic bond. Ionic bond is also called as electrovalent bond. First, we will see the definition, and then we will understand what is ionic bond and how does it forms. Okay, so let's start with the definition part. Ionic bond, it is the electrostatic force of attraction which holds the oppositely charged ions together. So, to elaborate this definition, first we will go again for the meaning of metals and non-metals. When we had started with this chapter, we had discussed that what are metals. So, I'll write that again over here. What are metals? Metals metals which are having 1, 2 or 3 valence electrons. ऐसे एलिमेंट्स जिनके वैलेंस में या तो 1 या फिर 2 या फिर 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं so that they can easily lose these electrons and they achieve the noble gas configuration, that is the stable gas configuration. Stability के लिए हमको पता है we need the octet to be completed, so by losing these 1, 2 or 3 electrons they achieve the stability. Let's see the various examples. If we talk about sodium, the symbol of sodium, it is Na and atomic number it is 11. The configuration it is 2, 8 and 1. Okay. When we talk about magnesium, its atomic number is 12 and its configuration it is 2, 8, 2. When we take the example of aluminium, its atomic number is 13 and its configuration is 2, 8, 3. So, these are the examples where 1, 2 and 3 electrons are present in the valence. You can also take the example of potassium. Its atomic number is 19 and the configuration is 2, 8, 8, 1. So it is also having one valence electron. Similarly, calcium, its atomic number is 20 and its configuration is 2, 8, 8, 2. So in all these examples, students, we can see that they are having valence electrons 1, 2 and 3. They can easily lose these electrons and they forms the cations by losing these electrons. So they are electropositive in nature. अगर ये इलेक्ट्रॉन को लूज कर देगा तो it is going to form -1 electron. So it will form Na plus. Okay, Na plus. What is the configuration over here? 2, 8. Now, if it loses 2 electrons, its configuration will be Mg plus 2 and configuration is 2, 8. If it loses 3 electrons, अगर ये अपने वैलेंस के जो इलेक्ट्रॉन से लूज कर देंगे -3 electrons, so it is going to have +3 charge and configuration will become 8. That is the neon gas configuration they will achieve. Valence में यहाँ पे 8 electrons हो जाएंगे. That means the stable configuration they had achieved. Similarly, potassium, it will also lose 1 electron and it will form K plus and its configuration क्या हो जाएगा 2, 8, 8. Calcium, it will also lose 2 electrons and it was going to form Ca plus 2 with the stable configuration 2, 8, 8, that is of argon. Okay, so we had seen here metals are the electropositive elements which loses electrons to form positively charged ions, that is the cations. Now, if we talk about the non-metals, for example, we are taking the nitrogen. Its atomic number it is 7. What is the configuration of this nitrogen? 2, 5. Okay. When we take the example of oxygen, its atomic number is 8. Configuration is 2, 6. When we take the example of fluorine, its atomic number is 9 and the configuration is 2, 7. Okay. So here we can see they are having 5, 6, 7 valence electrons. So they are having the nature non-metals. Non-metals, they are having 5, 6 or 7 valence electron. So इनकी नेचर क्या होगी? इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करने की और नॉन मेटल्स की नेचर क्या होगी? इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करने की. So here they will gain 5 electrons. Stable it will gain 3 electrons and it's going to form n minus 3 जिसकी configuration क्या हो जाएगी 2a. That is a neon gas. अगर ये दो इलेक्ट्रॉन ऐड कर दे तो इसकी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन क्या हो जाएगी सिंपल हो जाएगा O minus 2 and the configuration will be 2a. Similarly, fluorine, if it gains one electron, then it will form fluoride ion and its configuration will become 2a. Okay. अगर हम एग्जांपल सपोज लेते हैं phosphorus. Phosphorus atomic number it is 50. Configuration 285. That means it can also gain 3 electrons and it will form 288. That is of argon. अगर आप यहाँ पे सिलिकॉन में एग्जांपल लेते हो जिसका एटॉमिक नंबर होता है 14, सो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन 284. सिलिकॉन एक्चुअली बेटा हम एग्जांपल नहीं दे सकते बिकॉज़ 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लूज करना और 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करना इट इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट फ्रॉम एनर्जी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर. सो सिलिकॉन का एग्जांपल हटा देते हैं हम यहाँ पे. सल्फर लेते हैं. Sulfur is 16. That is 286. So it can gain 2 electrons and it can form S minus 2 because 2 electrons gain तो negative charge हो जाएगा. Configuration हो जाएगा 288. Similarly, अगर आप chlorine लेते हो atomic number 17, 287. It gains 1 electron and it is going to form chloride ion that is having the configuration 288. So in all these examples, what we had seen, metals are having valence electrons 1, 2 or 3 and they are having the tendency to lose these electrons and forms the cations. Non-metals are having 5, 6 or 7 valence electrons and they are having the tendency to gain electrons and that is why by gaining the electrons they are forming the anions. So the cations and the anions, how they are held now by a strong electrostatic force of attraction or the ionic bond or the electrovalent bond. So this is nothing but the bond formed between the cation and the anion. And this is a strong force because oppositely charged ions are involved. Now by taking some of the examples, we will see how ionic bond forms. So first I am taking the example of sodium chloride, NaCl. NaCl, जैसे हमने यहाँ पे लिखा है Na, its configuration is 281. अगर ये एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज कर देता है तो it's going to form, it will be the first step. What will write? Sodium. सोडियम पे ना जब भी हम इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को whenever we are showing the symbol of the element along with the valence electron, then it is called as Lewis dot structure or electron dot structure. Okay, so यहाँ पे अगर मैं सोडियम के साथ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन ड्रॉ करती हूँ either in the form of dots or in the form of cross, then it will become the Lewis structure or electron dot structure or formula. So यहाँ पे मैं dot use कर रही हूँ. This is showing that sodium is having one valence electron 281. ठीक है, इसका जो configuration है, इसने क्या किया था? It has lost one electron and it was gaining the positive charge Na plus. अब इसका configuration क्या हो गया हमारा 2A that we had already discussed over here. Now this is called as sodium ion. This is sodium atom. Okay. Similarly, chlorine atom. Chlorine atom is having how many valence electrons? 7. So around 7 dots is 7 crosses है इसको represent करेंगे 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is chlorine atom and its configuration it is 287. Fine. Now, this chlorine atom, if it accepts one electron, that we had already discussed why it accepts one electron, it's going to form the chloride ion. Minus charge कब आता है? That is gaining electron. Plus charge कब आता है? That is losing electron. So the configuration becomes 288. Okay, and the name is CHRID, chloride iron. The name of the species formed is the chloride iron. Now students, ये जो दो steps है, हम इसको single step में show करेंगे. How? Just see over here. Na simple हमने draw कर दिया. उसके बाद we will draw the valence electron. ये हमारा बन गया Lewis structure of the sodium atom. Now plus Cl जो ओरिजिनल है आपको वो ड्रॉ करना है. इट्स बेटर टू टेक द डॉट और टू क्रॉस. आप दोनों में डिफरेंट ना लो ज्यादा बेटर होगा. सो हियर आई एम शोइंग द डॉट्स ओनली so as to avoid any confusion. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Now we have seen that other if this sodium was losing one electron and the steel was gaining one electron, that means there is a transfer of electron. This electron can transfer over here. अब जब आप ये स्ट्रक्चर बनाओगे तो जो ओरिजिनल एटम के पास इलेक्ट्रॉन है उसको वही ड्रॉ करोगे एंड इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप यू विल शो द ट्रांसफर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, Na से इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ चला गया सो वी विल शो Na प्लस. ठीक है, एंड Cl ने एक इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन कर लिया है सो इट इज गेटिंग नेगेटिव साइन एंड द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल बी नाउ 8. This is sodium chloride that we have to explain. So students, one thing you have to notice here, when you are writing in the first step, you will write the original number of electrons. And when number of electrons are more than one, you will draw in the pairs. So it will give a proper structure, proper clarity, or you can say clear image of the electron or structure. आप clear हो जाएगा कि इसके पास total कितने वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स प्रेजेंट है. ठीक है, अच्छा अब हम एग्जांपल और ले लेते हैं, दैट इज मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड. ओके, लेट्स कम बैक हियर. मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड, अभी हमने मैग्नीशियम का देखा था. इट वाज हैविंग टू वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन. अगर दो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन यूज कर देता है, इट वाज गेटिंग Mg+2 and 2 8 concentration. Similarly, chlorine, it was having the Cl having the 7 electrons. अगर ये इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन कर लेता है, it will give the chloride ion having a concentration of 288. Let's write this again. Magnesium. We will write the electron structure having the two valence electrons. Configuration क्या है इसका? 282. It gain one electron. Sorry, it lose two electrons. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे two valence electron है. Lose कर देगा तो it will be stable. So lose two electrons and gets +2 charge. And the configuration becomes 2 8. That is of neon. And what is the name of this ion? Magnesium ion. Now, say chlorine. It is having the 7 valence electrons. Okay. Now, configuration क्या था इसका? 2 8 7. If it gains one electron, ये क्या बना देगा हमारा? Chloride ion. Fine. And the configuration becomes 2 8 8. And what is the name? Chloride ion. Now we will show the transfer of electron from magnesium to chlorine atom. यहाँ पे हम magnesium atom ले रहे हैं, having जो two valence electrons, और यहाँ पे देखो in the formula we have seen MgCl2, यानी two Cl atoms we have to take. So first Cl हम यहाँ draw कर देते हैं with its valence electrons properly shown. Second chlorine atom is shown over here. Fine. अब इस इलेक्ट्रॉन को हमें ट्रांसफर करना है at this chlorine atom. This electron has to be transferred at this chlorine atom. अब ट्रांसफर के बाद क्या स्थिति होगी? What will be the situation over here? Magnesium will get +2 charge. ठीक है, इसको स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट से शो कर दो. Then because here chlorine is getting देखो each chlorine is getting 1 electron, तो हम क्या करेंगे Cl के ऊपर 8 electrons show कर देंगे and each Cl is getting 1 electron, so it will get -1 charge. And how many Cl we are having? 2. So we have written Cl2. So it has formed Mg+2 and Cl-1 और Cl की कितने atoms है? 2. This is magnesium chloride. So in this way, students, you will get a variety of questions in which you will be asked to draw the transfer, how the transfer of electron is taking place. One more example I would like to take, that is of sodium oxide. Quickly, let's see that. Sodium oxide. Formula Na2O. ठीक है. Again, first step same होगा. Sodium having the 1 valence electron, configuration is 2, 8, 1. If it loses 1 electron, it will form Na plus with configuration 2, 8, and this is sodium ion. अच्छा, साथ में क्या है? Oxygen. Now, oxygen is having atomic number 8 and configuration क्या हो जाता है इसका 2, 6. So how many valence electrons I have to draw over here? 6. And I will draw these 6 electrons in the form of pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, if it gains 2 electrons, it will get the optic company. So, it will receive the 2 electrons. हम यहाँ पे शो कर देते हैं कि it has gained 2 electrons और यहाँ पे क्या हो गया इसके ऊपर -2 चार्ज आ गया. कॉन्फिगरेशन क्या हो गया इसका 2, 8 and this is called as oxide ion. Okay. Now, in the third step, we are going to show the transfer of this electron to this one. Now, in the formula, just see there are 2 sodium atoms and 1 oxygen atom. And here by configuration also is clear कि एक सोडियम एटम केवल एक इलेक्ट्रॉन यूज कर रहा है, बट ऑक्सीजन को कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए? 2. So there will be 2 sodium atoms which each will be contributing 1 electron to 1 oxygen atom. Let's draw it. This is 1 sodium atom with its valence electron. This is another sodium atom with its valence electron along with oxygen with 6 valence electrons. Now we will show with the help of arrow that this electron is going to shift here, this electron is going to shift here or transfer over here. After the transfer, what will be the situation? Na, because each Na has lost 1 electron, तो उसपे चार्ज कितना आएगा? +1. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे जब इसे इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज कर दिया तो इट इज हैविंग नो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन ओवर हियर. यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज कर दिया तो आप इसको सिंपल इस तरह से शो करोगे. How many sodium atoms were there? 2. So we will write 2 over here. Now oxygen ने एक इलेक्ट्रॉन gain किया है from 2 sodium atoms. So we will write oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. So it has got -2 charge and we will show it in the form of square bracket. So this is Na2O, sodium oxide. Students, variety of questions you can see in the reference book how to show the transfer of electrons in an ionic bond. You can practice and I hope you must have understood what is ionic bond. Here the cation is formed, here the anion is formed and the force which holds these cations and anions, it is called as ionic bond and it's a strong electrostatic force of attraction. Okay students, keep practicing. Thank you. Goodbye.